Hey, we're back. We're going to be making one of our family's weeknight favorites, and that's pork tenderloin ramen. I love pork tenderloin because it is a consistently cheap cut of meat. You can see that this cut was $5, and it's easily 3 or more servings. I'll throw some marinade on it if I didn't get a teriyaki seasoned one, and then I'll throw it under the broiler almost right under the heat source. 15 minutes for medium rare. You could go 20 minutes if you like your pork well done. While that's cooking, boil your water, and then we're going to use up whatever veggies we had in the fridge. We had onions, carrots, some Napa cabbage, and zucchini that I like to throw in there. And you can really use any kind of vegetable that you have in the fridge. It's really your preference. I like to cut these a little bit on the thin side because we're going to steam them, and so I want them to be steamed thoroughly.
Yeah.
You could also microwave them. You could throw them right into your boiling water. You could use sauteed veggies, especially leftovers. That would be a great use. And then I'm going to soft boil some eggs for about 6 minutes for a runny yolk. Be gentle if you're doing this. I was not, and one of my eggs ended up cracking, which is totally fine. And you're able to steam your veggies at the same time, which is why I like to do it this way.
Archer.
Once your pork is done cooking and you take it out of the oven, you're going to seal it up in that foil to make sure that it has time to rest and reaccumulate all of those juices into the meat itself. And we're actually going to reuse the pan juices that come off of this cut of meat in the bowl. While that's resting, we can take our eggs out of the boiling water. We're going to set these aside in an ice bath for at least 5 minutes so that the meat inside of the egg shrinks away from the shell, and they make them easier to peel. My veggies weren't quite done to my liking, so after I threw my ramen in here, I went ahead and put the veggies back on top. Once your noodles are done cooking, throw them into your bowl with your seasoning packets, and then you're going to save a little bit of that pasta water to help thin that out. This isn't my favorite brand of ramen. They didn't have mine on hand at Walmart, so this is what we ended up going with. So after your pork has finished, we're going to carefully remove it from the foil. We want to set the foil to the side, and again, I'm using these juices, so I'm very careful not to spill here. And as you can see, when I slice it, it is a perfect medium. I like to put a towel under the cutting board to kind of move it up at an angle towards the sink so that all the juices run in one direction instead of all over the counter. There you go, perfectly cooked. Look how soft that is. Here's where you get to be a little bit artistic. You can arrange your veggies. We like to do alternating colors because it makes it more visually appealing. And this is a really good way just to incorporate some extra veggies into your kids' meals. Archer loves this. He eats it all up every single time. I probably could have done a little bit more cabbage here, but it was what I ended up prepping on hand. And then you'll see because I put those eggs in an ice bath for a while afterwards. Oh, here's the pan juice. Yep, gotta save that. Because I put the eggs in an ice bath for a while afterwards, they're going to be so much easier to peel. And I should note that these are eggs that have been in the fridge for about a week, so they're definitely going to be easier to peel versus fresh eggs. So yeah, this is one of our weeknight favorites. It's super easy. Everyone loves it. You can throw some sriracha on top. You can throw some leftover green onions or sesame seeds or whatever suits your fancy. It's really good if you're trying to use up leftovers in the fridge. You could use leftover steak or chicken or whatever the case is. And again, cheap. This costs less than $5 a serving, even with the seaweed snacks on top. All right, I hope y'all enjoy.